Hello everybody! I'm Vena Villarta.
Kathleen Livar.
I'm Kathleen Concepcion. We will be discussing to you about development management. What consists of development management will help you so you can have a better execution and output of your project. So, basically, development management is a coordination and integration of all related cycles of project development. The objective and the overall concept of it is to help create and develop the project that is in mind with the use of all available manpower, resources, and etc. for better achievement and development of the project. Development management follows a scheme for a better organization of the project using the following. First is the project planning for organization of the project and its profitability. Next is the quality planning, management, and its evaluation are also considered, as well as the process management and configuration management, estimation method of the project, documentation management, development organization and its rules, and the cost management and risk management of the project. First up is the project planning. Planning a project is the basis and the guidelines in the execution of a project. Steps are made and these steps are followed and relationships of the tasks are understood for better achievement or calculation in the initiation and for the accumulation of its profitability. It helps facilitate the decision and assumptions that are made for the project's objective and resources that is required for it. The creation of every project plan should answer the different questions. Why should the project be made? What would be its use? Who will be involved? What the expected timeline is, and etc. It will help you define the project scope, purpose, and objectives. This leads to better understanding of the project and better strategy and proper initiation of it. After planning of the project, now you are ready to assess the quality, the management, and the evaluation plan of the project. Quality management and evaluation plan. Quality of plan is a detailed document that sets forth practices and sequence of the activities. The component of having a quality plan is depending on the nature of the industry and the nature of the project. The components or the areas addressed by a quality plan may vary. When it talks about the quality plan, there are various components that can affect the inspection of the quality of a certain project. Some of these are the responsibility of management, document management, and control requirement scope, design control, and etc. Based on the essentials for the quality of project, components used for this should be in line with what is needed. To help with the assessment of the quality of the project, there are some methods for this. First is the QFD. QFD, or the Quality Function Deployment, is a method to transform user demands into design quality, to deploy the functions forming quality, and to deploy methods for achieving the design quality into subsystems and component parts, and ultimately to specific elements of the manufacturing process. First, as you can see in our chart, first there is the product planning. Goes down to the product design. Next is the process design, and the last is production planning. Next is the software quality and its characteristics. The software qualities are capability, reliability, usability, security, performance, compatibility, and the scalability. To test the quality of software and its characteristics that you should have, it should answer and have the following features. And the quality of software is assessed by a number of variables. These variables can be divided into external and internal quality criteria. External quality is what a user experiences when running the software in its operational mood, while the internal quality refers to aspects that are code-dependent and that are not visible to the end user. Here are some of the quality that a software should have. The capability will answer the questions, can the product perform valuable functions? Next is the reliability. Can you trust the product in many and difficult situations? The usability is the product easy to use? While in the security, does the product protect against unwanted usage? While the performance is the product fast enough? while the compatibility is how well does the product interact with the software and environment. Lastly is the scalability, how easy it is to extend a feature, or to add a new one, or to add extra cores, or increase the size of the cluster the application runs on. Again, this is all about software architecture and anticipating future needs, as here are the internal software qualities. Internal software qualities are the supportability, the stability, maintainability, and the portability. The supportability will answer the question, can customer usage and problems be supported? While in the testability, is it easy to check and test the product? And in the maintainability is, can the product be maintained and extended at low cost? While in the portability is, transferring of the product to different environments enabled. The following that was stated should be what your software should have to ensure its quality. Moving on is the process management. Process management. Process management is the end symbol of activities of planning and monitoring the performance of a process. Employing project management technologies minimizes the disruption of routine business activities in many cases by placing under a single command all of the skills, technologies, resources needed to realize the project. The skills required depend on each specific project and the resources available at that time. The greater the amount of adjustments a parent organization must take to fulfill project objectives, the greater chance exists for project failure. The form of project management will be unique for every project endeavor and will change throughout the project. Project management is a challenging task with many complex responsibilities. Fortunately, there are many tools available to assist with accomplishing the task and executing the responsibilities. These tools are the PER chart, Gantt chart, and the work breakdown structure. First is the PER chart. Program or project evaluation and review techniques are commonly abbreviated as PER. It is a statistical tool used in project management that is designed to analyze and represent the tasks involved in completing a given project. Here, you can see the tasks that should be done in creating the project. You can also see the duration of time or the estimated time that this task will be executed. PER chart will help you manage your time with the number of activities that you have to do. Another tool is the Gantt chart. Gantt chart are used to show calendar time task assignment in days, weeks, or months. The tool uses graphic representations to show start, elapsed, and completion times of each task within a project. Gantt charts are ideal for tracking progress. The number of days actually required to complete a task that reaches a milestone can be compared with the planned or estimated number. The actual work days from actual start to actual finish are plotted below the scheduled days. This information helps target potential timelines, slippage, or failure points. This image here is an example of the Gantt chart. This column here shows the activities that should be executed, and the columns next to this area, the time elapsed, the months, and the weeks, and the days in accomplishing the assignment. Lastly, the WBS, or the Work Breakdown Structure. A work breakdown structure, or the WBS, in project management and system engineering is a deliverable-oriented decomposition of a project into smaller components. It defines and groups a project's discrete work elements in a way that helps organize and define the total work scope of the project. A WBS also provides the necessary framework for detailed cost estimating and control, along with providing guidance for schedule development and control. This here shows the breaking down of the loads that should be done. They are classified according to its assignment for a better management planning. Example here is the project management. Under the project management are the tasks in handling the project, and the other ones follow. With all these techniques, this can help in the progress control of the project and go over the critical path of a project has to face. Well then, my fellow here will explain to you the other steps in project management.
Hello there. Now I am going to explain to you firstly the configuration management. Configuration management is the technical and administrative activity concerned with the creation, maintenance, and control change of configuration throughout the life of a product. No matter how many projects you will work in your professional life, every single one of them will be subjected to some form of change, whether it's your customer changing their mind or specification problems or the outside world changing. Change is inevitable. It therefore makes good sense to embed a process for managing change at the start of each project, and this must include a systematic approach that covers the identification, assessment, and control of any changes that arise. The purpose is to ensure that no unnecessary changes are made, that all changes are documented, that services are not unnecessarily disrupted, and that resources are used efficiently. Without information technology, change control is a component of change management. And to help you more, there are the specification management and the change control. Specification management provides the framework and capabilities for modeling the bill of resources to develop a sufficient understanding of parts, materials, sources, and capacities, supporting cost reduction and activities through reducing material complexity and inventory health throughout and extended, and the change control, a systematic approach to managing all changes made to a product or system. For example, if you have made changes in your system, this will help you aid in managing the changes. You will still be in control of the project. Now then, let's continue with some estimation methods to help with the execution of the project. A method used to estimate the project scope, schedule, a human resource plan, and risk mitigation of a project. Moving on, there are different tools for estimation method. The first one is the constructive method. The constructive cost method, which is the COCOMO. The second one is function point method, or the FPM, and the workload management, or the WLM. COCOMO, a model that allows one to estimate the cost, effort, and schedule when planning a new software development activity. The constructive cost model, or COCOMO, is an algorithmic software cost estimation model developed by Barra W. Ball. The model uses a basic regression formula with parameters that are derived from historical project data and current project. FPM, or function point method, is a method of defining software size or scope. It is also a combination of an analog method. The FP curve is based on the empirical values from similar projects, and weighing method, which is the evaluation of the influence factors from the project. FPM is also closely related with the function-oriented development methods like SSADM or HIPPO, and based on the user requirements concentrates on the functions. The effort estimation takes complexity, certain software characteristics, and productivity into consideration. The function points, or FP, are applied as a measuring means for the productivity used to specify the effort. Another is managing the workload for a project. Workload management, or WLM function, provides you with the capability to control where your work requests are run in order to optimize performance and workload throughput. Management workload helps also in creating the project. Once the time estimates are entered for each project, you can filter your task application to have a view of the total time estimate for a particular project member. The total time estimate for a given project member gives an idea of the workload for that particular project member. It allows project manager to make decisions or resource allocation on setting a new priority on the different tasks required within the project. With the workload being estimated already, cost is now in consideration. Cost management is the approximation of the cost of a program or a project or operation. The cost estimate is a product of the cost estimating process. In the world of limited funds, as a project manager, you're constantly deciding how to get the most return for your investment. The more accurate your estimate of project cost is, the better able you will be to manage your project's budget. Therefore, estimating a project cost is important for several reasons. It enables you to weigh anticipated benefits against anticipated costs. It also allows you to see whether the necessary funds are available to support the project, and it serves as a guideline to help ensure that you have sufficient funds to complete the project. with the cost being estimated, personnel that will be joining in creating the project should be. Next is the personal planning and management. It is the identifying of whom is needed for the project and how much effort you have to invest. In determining the personnel that will create the project, you must determine how many people you'll need to complete the project on time. Planning personal needs begins with identifying whom you need and how much effort you have to invest. Work effort is related to, but it's different from duration. Next is the managing of the documents that you have gathered and have in creating the project. Documentation management is the capture, storage, and retrieval of documents. Also document management is the process of applying policies and rules to how documents are created, persisted, and expired within an organization. Some use project management software to help in managing the files and documents that are used in the project development. It helps them retrieve data in a quick way. But there are other ways to manage documents with an easier way. These are the document protocol and the change procedures. Document protocol refers to what the project should be documented. It is what we say as rules that will be followed for the documentation of a project. And change procedures are procedures that follow for the modifications that want to be made in the project. Next is the productivity of the project. Productivity of a project is a ratio of production output to what is required to produce. It is also the measure of productivity is defined as the total output per unit of a total input. Productivity of a project also varies for the workload and its size. Now, I will introduce you to a different person to explain to you the last parts in having a better project management.
Hi, now I will describe to you development organization and its rules, how to select the staff of the team of the project, and also to select the manager, how to manage the cost and the risk that comes in developing a project. Here we have development organization and its rules. Development of organization for the project is a process of which practices are used to help in achieving the goals and having greater effectiveness, increase the productivity of each project. For finer development of a project, figuring out how many people should be assigned to the project, matching people's skills with the needs of the project, motivating team members to work hard so you can meet your project's objectives, and minimizing conflict within the team. The team staffing should be also considered. The team plays a great role in making the project. Its quality varies with the quality given by the workforce. Better workforce means better quality given to our work. Also, the team manager has a greater responsibility in the creation of the project. The team manager has the responsibility of the planning, execution, and closing of any project. In the project manager controls the team and he is considered the team player. He has the responsibility of planning, execution, and ending the project and the accomplishment of any project. A project manager should be responsible for his action and intelligent for the planning and execution. Next one is the management of the cost of the project. It's a process used to control and plan for the cost of doing projects. Individual projects should have customized cost management plans, and the teams creating the project as a whole also integrate cost management into their overall business model. There is no single accepted definition for this term because it has such broad applications and possible strategies. When properly implemented, cost management will translate into reduced cost of production for products and services, as well as increased value being delivered to the customer. With cost management also comes risk management. The cost of creating a project is not easy to achieve, and the money that has been laid out should be compensated with the project. Risk management helps out with it. Risk management is the process of identifying, analyzing, and responding to risk factors throughout the life of a project and in the best interest of its objective. Essentially, risk management occurs anytime an investor or fund manager analyzes and attempts to quantify the potential for losses in an investment and then takes the appropriate action given their investment objectives and risk tolerance. Inadequate risk management can result in severe consequences for individuals. Better planning of it can lead to a big success of a project. For example, if you have created a project and the risk that comes with it is not properly planned and managed, it could lead to the failure of a project. With everything that has been laid out, we hope that you have learned something and use this in managing your own project. Bye!
Good evening, everyone. I am here to report you about what we are doing right now. Then, a while ago, si Mama Kat, sagutan siya ni Bata if kung you want some help ba daw. Oh my gosh. Next is the quality management and evaluation plan. Quality of plan is detailed document that says for practices. Balik ay
Risk management is a process of identifying, analyzing, and responding to risk factors.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ana Villarta.
I'm Kathleen Olivar.
I'm Kathleen Concepcion.
Ikaw yung una. Abi ba?
Stop.